Good evening and welcome to the Solo Gamers Club. Tonight I'll be playing Last Night on Earth, the zombie game, 10-year anniversary edition from Flying Frog Productions. The game is normally designed to be played by 2 to 6 players, but as this is the Solo Gamers Club, we've developed some rules that will help us to play the game Solitaire. First step is to select a scenario. And what I've done is I've created a D1000 table that lists all of the scenarios that I have available to me. Those include those that were provided in the 10-year anniversary edition, those from expansions that I've purchased, and some from the free downloads that the Flying Frog Productions team made available for download. So the table that I brought up on the screen lists all of the scenarios that I have available to me, and I've basically made a D1000 table, and that will allow us to roll 3 10-sided dice, and that will randomly determine which scenario we're going to play tonight. And I've done that, and I've determined that we will be playing the Left Behind scenario from the Hero Pack 2 expansion. The Left Behind scenario is 12 turns long. It includes the zombie special rules: always zombie heroes, zombies auto-spawn, lights out, 2 of those, taken over, 2 of those. And the hero players will receive the benefits of Heroes Replenish and Hero Starting Cards 1. The basis of the scenario is the heroes have been left behind in a town overrun with zombies. As the night closes in, so do the hungry dead. At the start of each zombie turn, the zombie player rolls a d6 and may move that many of their zombies 1 space each. These zombies may still move and fight normally this turn. To win, the zombies must kill 3 heroes. The heroes win by surviving until morning. So with those scenario rules, we're going to have much more mobile zombie player than what would be in a normal game. So we're going to have to account for that for our heroes. Per my Solitaire rules, I've drawn 6 heroes, and we're going to select from those 6, 4 of those to play in the game. And I ended up choosing Victor, the escaped prisoner, Father Joseph, man of the cloth, Sister Ophelia, reformed nun, and Sam, the diner cook. Victor, the escaped prisoner, he starts at the police station, and the special rules that he has are convict. Starts the game with the zombie card, I don't trust him. And that card is play on a hero with the keyword strange. That hero may not exchange items with any other heroes, and that remains in play until it's canceled. Victor has 3 wound boxes. He has the keywords criminal, strange, and male, and his fluff text reads, freedom ain't worth nothing if you're dead. Then we have Father Joseph, man of the cloth. He would start at the church. The special rules that he has are holy man, may not use guns, and may not be the target of this could be our last night on earth. He also has strength of spirit, may take a wound to cancel any zombie card on a roll of 3+. He has 3 wound boxes. His keywords are holy, male, and his flavor text reads, faith is stronger than zombies, my son. Then we have Sister Ophelia, the reformed nun. She begins at a random building. Her special rules are redemption, may take a wound to cancel any fight on a roll of 3+. She also has dark past. Anytime she kills a zombie in a fight, roll a d6. On a roll of 4 or greater, she may heal a wound. She has 3 wound boxes. Her keywords are holy, strange, and female. And her flavor text reads, I've done a lot of things I'm not proud of. Then we have Sam, the diner cook. He'll begin the game in the diner, and he has the special rule, brawling. May cancel any zombie fight card used against him on a roll of 4+. He has 4 wound boxes. His keywords are male and military, and his flavor text reads, "What say we take this outside?" The scenario starting rules indicate that the zombie player will have 2 lights out and 2 taken over tokens, and I've randomly determined that the lights out tokens will be at the barn and at the bank, and the taken over tokens will be at the high school and at the hospital. And now it's time to place the heroes on their starting spaces. Sam the diner cook starts at the diner, that is on the board, and he'll begin right there. Victor is supposed to start at the police station. There isn't one, so Victor will start at the center of the board, and he's going to receive an extra hero card because his starting location is not on the board. The same will apply to Father Joseph. He was supposed to start at the church, and there's no church on our random map that we've created, so he'll also start in the center and get an extra hero card. Finally, Sister Ophelia, she starts at a random building, and I've determined that she will start at the airplane hangar. Now the heroes are going to get their hero cards that they are supposed to get. Each one starts with 1 per the scenario rules. Victor has an event card called A Little Help Here. Father Joseph has an event card called Lucky Find. Sister Ophelia has a first aid kit. And Sam the diner cook has Endurance. And that's a play immediately card. So we're going to have to play that immediately. That's funny, that's Sam's portrait on that card. That's interesting. It's play immediately, play on any hero. If canceled, any wound here is discarded. So that'll give a player an extra wound box. And I think we're going to give that to Sam himself. His picture's on it. And that would give him a total of 5 wound boxes. And that remains in play unless canceled by a zombie card. So the first aid kit for Sister Ophelia is an item, and we'll put that next to her card. The other 2 are events, and in the Solitaire rules, any type of non-item cards are placed into a community pool, and those cards can be played by any of the heroes as they wish. So those are going to go into a community pool, and any hero will be able to play those whenever they want. And now Victor and Father Joseph will also receive an extra hero card as they're starting in the center of the board. Victor is going to receive a hammer. That's an item, hand weapon, provides a combat bonus. The hero may add +1 to one of their fight dice rolls. This may be used multiple times per fight. After each use, it breaks on a d6 roll of 1, 2, or 3, and it is discarded. Then Father Joseph receives a pistol. Item, ranged weapon, gun. Range of 2, may be fired twice per ranged attack. To fire, target a zombie within range and roll a d6. The zombie is hit on a roll of 4+. On any roll of a 1, the pistol is out of ammo and is discarded. Okay, Father Joseph has a special rule called Holy Man that says he may not use guns. So he's probably going to try to exchange that with one of the characters that can utilize that. But we'll place those cards next to their hero cards for the moment. As a part of my solo rules, I include in each scenario exploration markers and grave weapons. I enjoy both of these modules, and I like to have those in each game that I play. The exploration markers are these chips that are placed in each building that does not start with a hero in it. So in this case, the airplane hangar and the diner are the only 2 buildings that do not have an exploration marker. And those exploration markers help the heroes in that they are able to, as soon as they enter the building, they can flip that token and see what they discover. To offset that, I've given the zombies grave weapons. And grave weapons, that allows the zombie player to spend 2 points to introduce a zombie with a grave weapon. They're more powerful or they have special abilities. A normal zombie costs 1 spawn point. A zombie with grave weapons costs 2. And now it's time to find out how many zombies are going to be deployed on the board to begin the game. We're going to roll a 2d6, and that'll be the number of zombies that the zombie player will place to start the game. Okay, here's the roll. They rolled a 6, so we'll be placing 6 zombies on these zombie spawn locations around the board. And the only requirement we have is that we have to place them as equally as we can. And we've placed 1 zombie in the northwest corner, 2 zombies in the morgue in the northeast corner, 2 zombies on this spawning point to the south part of the town, and 1 in the barn. So those will be the starting locations for the zombies. I should probably take the time now to explain some of the solitaire rules that I've developed. These are nothing new. I think some of these may have been on the BGG site already, but it seems to work quite well for solitaire play. What we've done is we've taken the zombie deck and we've divided out all of the fight cards from that, and we formed a zombie fight card pile and a regular zombie card pile. These contain all of the cards that are not fight cards. And how this is going to work is that whenever a zombie is involved in a fight, we're going to roll a d10. And on a roll of 9 or 10, the zombies will be able to draw a card from the fight deck and utilize that in that fight situation. It's interesting to note that with the zombie cards that I have, when you separate out the fight cards from the other cards, the fight deck is exactly, within almost a hundredths of a point of being 20% of the deck. And that works out quite well when we're using a d10 and rolling a 9 or 10 to determine whether a fight card will be available during a fight. So it's an exact match percentage-wise for the number of fight cards that are in the deck. Now to mitigate that, part of the solo rules are that the zombie player's zombie card hand limit is reduced from 4 to 3. So they'll only have 3 cards per turn. And I'm going to go into how those are utilized during play as we start the game. Well, the game is now set and we're actually ready for play. We begin with a zombie turn, and then that'll be followed by the hero turn, and that will constitute 1 full turn of the game. The zombie turn is separated into 6 separate steps. Step 1 is move the sun track. On the first turn of the game, we set the sun track to the number of turns indicated on the scenario card. In this case, it's 12. So we have 12 turns until morning. The next step is draw new zombie cards. And as I stated previously, their hand limit has been reduced from 4 to 3. How this works is we are going to draw the 3 cards. We will immediately implement any that are listed as play immediately, and any of the cards that remain will organize in priority, starting with those cards that are to be played at the start of the zombie player's turn, followed by in order down to those that can be played on a hero's turn. And we'll attempt to play as many of those cards every turn as possible. If any cards are unplayed, during the next turn, those cards will be discarded and a new fresh set of 3 cards will be drawn for the zombie player. So let's find out which cards he'll have available to him to start. The first one is Legions of the Dead. Play this card at the end of the zombie turn to immediately place D6 zombies from your zombie pool, each in a different space with at least one other existing zombie. Next card is I Have a Bad Feeling. Play at the start of a hero turn to choose a space. Any hero in that space at the end of the hero turn automatically takes a wound. And finally, last card is Desperate for Flesh. It's a play immediately card. While this card is in play, zombies are no longer limited to one fight card per fight, and that remains in play until it's canceled. All right, so that one will be implemented right away. And the other two we have to put in order that they could be played. This one is at the end of the zombie turn, and this card would be at the start of a hero turn. So we'll place those from top to bottom in order, and we'll attempt to play those when the opportunity arises. The next step is roll to spawn new zombies. Now, as the special conditions for this scenario are zombies auto-spawn, we don't have to make this roll. The zombies will spawn every turn during their step 6, place newly spawned zombies. So in this case, we don't need to do this step. There's also another special rule from the Left Behind scenario, and that is at the start of each zombie turn, the zombie player rolls a d6 and may move that many of their zombies one space. These zombies still may move and fight normally during the turn. So we're going to roll a d6 and we'll find out how many zombies can move one space to start their turn. They rolled a 4, so they're going to be able to move 4 zombies a single space. And I think what we'll do is we'll have these zombies on the southern part of the board each move a space, and the zombie that's in the junkyard will move a space, and one of the zombies from the morgue in the hospital will move a space. And they can move, zombies are able to move diagonally and through walls, where the heroes are limited to, they obviously cannot move through walls, and when they exit a doorway, they have to exit straight out. They cannot exit on an angle, like the zombies could come through at an angle. The heroes have to move straight through, and then they can use diagonal movement. Okay, step 4 is move zombies. And this is where all the zombies now can move a single space. So we'll do that. Each of these is going to move a space. All right. Step 5 is fight heroes. If any of the zombies were in a space with a hero, they could instigate a fight. There are none. So finally, step 6, place newly spawned zombies. What we're going to do is roll a d6, and that will be the number of new zombies that are going to be able to be spawned during the turn. They rolled a 6, so we'll be getting 6 new zombies on the board. And we're going to place one there, one here, one here. And we'll probably double these up. Another one there, and another one in the junkyard. So that's a total of 6 new zombies. And that concludes the zombies' first turn. We'll be switching now to the hero turns. So the victory conditions for the heroes are that they win by surviving until morning. So in this case, they're probably best off to avoid combat as much as they're able to, and to enter buildings and try to utilize the exploration markers to their advantage and gain more powerful equipment. So I think that's the strategy we're going to start with and see how that works. During the hero turn, each hero may be activated in whatever order we wish. The order can change from turn to turn. When a hero is activated, they must complete the following steps in order before the next hero can begin. It's a move action, followed by an exchange items, then ranged attack, and then finally fight zombies. And the heroes will begin with Sam the diner cook. He's currently in the diner. His first step is a move action, so he's going to roll a d6, and that will be the number of movement points he'll have available to himself for this turn. He rolled a 5, so that will allow him 5 movement points. When a hero is in a building, he can forego those movement points and instead conduct a search that allows him to draw a hero card. And that's what Sam's going to do. He's going to conduct a search, but he's going to play an event card called Lucky Find. Play on any hero when they are about to search. Instead, that hero may draw 2 unique items and choose one to keep, discarding the other, or the hero may draw 2 hero cards for his search and keep both. I think we're going to try the unique items, and we'll see what unusual things Sam has found. So we're going to get the unique items deck out, and we're going to give that a cut, and then he's going to draw 2 cards, and he'll be able to keep one of those. First one is Doc Brody's medical bag. Unique item, first aid. At the end of the hero turn, the hero may heal 1 wound from another hero in the same space. It's pretty valuable. Okay, and the other card is Sam's dog tags. Unique item, military. During a fight, the hero may take a wound to instantly kill the zombie they are fighting on a d6 roll of 2+. After each use, roll a d6. Discard on a roll of 1 or 2. If Sam has this item, only discard it on a roll of 1. It's very interesting that it happens to be Sam. I think we're going to take that one. So Sam is going to take Sam's dog tags. This will be discarded, and that will be a pretty valuable card for Sam. And we'll add Sam's dog tags to his player card. Okay, the next step for Sam would be to exchange items if he was in a space with another hero. He's not. Step 3 is ranged attack. Unfortunately, Sam does not have a ranged weapon. And finally, step 4, fight zombies. If he was in a space with a zombie, he would have to undergo a fight. But he isn't. So that ends Sam's turn. And in order to mark that Sam has already been activated, I use the blank side of a taken over marker, and I place that over the portrait. And that tells me that he has indeed activated this turn. Next to activate is going to be Father Joseph. He's currently in the center space of the board, and we're going to have him roll for movement. That's his first step. He rolled a 5. Now, Father Joseph, as we learned, has a ranged weapon, a gun, but he's prohibited from using that. So we want to try to have him exchange that with another hero that can use it. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to leave Father Joseph where he is, and he won't move. He'll stay there. Step 2 is exchange items. He may give and receive items with other heroes in the same space. And I think he'll do that. He's going to exchange his pistol with the hammer that Victor has. He's not prohibited from using a hammer, he's just from a gun. So we're going to give the pistol to Victor, and Father Joseph will take the hammer. Step 3 is ranged attack. He has no ranged weapon. And step 4 is fight zombies. There are none in his space. So that'll end the turn for Father Joseph, and we'll mark him as previously activated. And the next hero is going to be Sister Ophelia. We'll activate her, and she'll roll for movement. She rolled a 3. Now she has a zombie within 2 spaces of her. That could be a potential problem. I think what we'll do is we'll have her waive her movement, and she's going to conduct a search of the airplane hangar, and she'll draw a hero card. And she draws a hunting rifle. Range of 5. You may target one zombie within range. Roll a d6. The zombie is hit on a roll of 3+. The hero may give all their move action to fire hunting rifle a second time. After all firing is complete, roll a d6. On a roll of 1 or 2, the hunting rifle is out of ammo. Discard. All right. We'll place that hunting rifle in Sister Ophelia's card. She has a first aid kit and the hunting rifle now. And the second step is exchange items. There's no one in her space to exchange with. We'll go on to ranged attack. She can make a ranged attack using her hunting rifle. Sister Ophelia is going to use her hunting rifle, and she's going to target this zombie. It's a range of 1, 2. So she's going to roll a d6, and on a result of 3 or greater, the zombie will be killed. She rolled a 2. Okay, so no, she missed. Now we have to roll a d6 and see if that rifle is out of ammunition. On a roll of 1 or 2, she'll have to discard it. She rolled a 6, so she'll keep possession of the rifle for now. And the last step for her is fight zombies. There's none in her space, so we'll mark her as previously activated. Then all that remains now is Victor. He's located in the center square. Okay, Victor will roll for movement. He rolled a 4. All right. I think we're going to leave Victor where he is because we have a card that reads a little help here. Play to cancel any fight if there is at least one other hero in the same space. So by leaving him in the same space with Father Joseph, that will allow us that ability to play that card. So I think we'll leave him there. He can exchange items. They've already done that. The next is ranged attack. And Victor has a pistol. And he may fire that pistol twice during the ranged attack segment. It has a range of 2. So he has actually 2 targets that he can target with his pistol, and he'll do that. So his first one, 1, 2, he'll target the one coming near the cornfield. Here's the roll, and that will hit on a roll of 4 or greater. He rolled a 6, so that's a successful hit, and he's killed that zombie. Second target is that zombie 2 spaces away, and he rolled a 1, and unfortunately, on a roll of 1, the pistol is out of ammo and must be discarded. All right, so he's going to lose that pistol. He does gain an experience point for killing that zombie. And when he gathers 3 experience points, he can trade those in for a hero upgrade. We'll place that experience point marker on his card. And he's lost the pistol, so that's discarded, unfortunately. And the final step for Victor is fight zombies. There's none in his space. So that will end the hero turn for this segment. The dead zombie is going to go back into the zombie pool. And that completes the turn. During the previous turn, I forgot to play the zombie cards, and I would have been able to play those. So what I'll do is I'll hold those over for another turn and temporarily increase the zombies card limit to 6 until I can play those. I had to create a new rule for the solitaire play, and that revolves around this Desperate for Flesh card. It says while this card is in play, zombies are no longer limited to 1 fight card per fight. Well, since we've modified the zombie deck to include none of the fight cards, we have a separate deck for those. What I'll do is on a roll of 10, when we check to see if a fight card is played, on a roll of 10, while Desperate Flesh is active, the zombies will be able to draw 2 fight cards. And I think that's a good resolution to that issue. We're ready for our next turn. It's the zombie turn. And we start with step 1, move the sun track. Sun track will move from 12 to 11. And now we're going to draw new zombie cards. So we'll be drawing 3 more, and they'll have a total of 6 for this turn because of my blunder from last turn. And then following this turn, any cards that are remaining will be discarded. First one is Dragging Meat. Play during the Move Zombies phase and roll a d6. That many of your zombies may move d3 spaces each this turn instead of the normal 1 space. All right. Next one is a Play Immediately card, Strength of Hate. Play immediately. Discard this card to let a zombie roll 1 extra fight dice. This does not count as a fight card, and that remains in play. All right. And finally, we have Gaining Ground. Play at the start of a zombie turn to choose a board section. Every zombie on that board section may immediately move 1 space. Those zombies may move and fight normally this turn. All right, well, we're going to attempt to play all of the cards that we have. This could be a brutal turn for the heroes. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity to use the zombies scenario ability, and that is to roll a d6 and move that many zombies 1 space. So we'll do that right now. And roll is 4, so they'll be able to move 4 zombies a single space. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to move each of these 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that'll take care of their scenario bonus. And now we can move into the step 3, roll to spawn new zombies. But once again, because we have zombies auto spawn, there will be new zombies at the end of this turn. So we're going to play some of the zombies zombie cards and see what we can do with those. First one we'll play is Gaining Ground. Play at the start of a zombie turn to choose a board section. Every zombie on that board section may immediately move 1 space. Those zombies may move and fight normally this turn. All right, so we will select the northeast quadrant, and that will allow us to move these 3 zombies here. This one is going to move in and attack Sam, and these 2 will move 1 space each, like that. It's now step 4, move zombies, and the zombies will play another card. This time it's called Dragging Meat. Play during the Move Zombies phase to roll a d6. That many of your zombies may move d3 spaces each this turn instead of the normal 1 space. All right, so we're going to roll a d6, and we'll see how many zombies can move d3 spaces this turn. 2 of them. Okay, so 2 zombies will be able to move d3 spaces. All right, I think I'll select that zombie. Sorry about that, I had to change batteries. So we're going to select this zombie, and he's going to be moving a d3 spaces. I did purchase a d3 die, and we'll give that a roll and see how many spaces he can move. He can move only 1. All right, so he's going to move towards Sister Ophelia at the airplane hangar. And I think the other one I will move, I'll move this one d3 spaces. Give that a roll. And he rolled a 3, so he can move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. So he's going to attack our friends in the center of the board. Now we'll complete the rest of our normal move action. I like to start in one quadrant and then work my way clockwise so that I don't forget whether any of those zombies have moved or did not move. So we'll start in the northeast quadrant, and I'll move this guy here, move down to the southeast quadrant, move him into an attack position. He'll move up, go to the southwest, move both of those, and then we'll finish up in the northwest quadrant. And I'll move those each one space. All right, that completes the move. And now it is step 5, fight heroes. There's going to be 2 fights this turn. One of them will be in the diner, where Sam is going to be attacked by a zombie, and another fight where Father Joseph and Victor are going to be battling a zombie each. Now, we'll start out with the battle with Sam. Now, Sam has a special card called Sam's Dog Tags. During a fight, the hero may take a wound to instantly kill the zombie they are fighting on a d6 roll of 2+. But before we do that, we're going to roll a d10 and see if the zombies will have a fight card available to them. And we'll give that a roll. On a 9 or 10, they'll have a fight card. If it's a 10, they would have 2 fight cards. You rolled a 3, so no fight card available. And I think Sam is going to do that. He's going to take a wound, and that will allow him to kill that zombie instantly on a d6 roll of 2 or greater. So I think we'll do that. So Sam is going to take a wound, and then he's going to roll a d6. And here's the wound token. And here's his roll. So anything above 2 or better, and that zombie is dead. He rolled a 1. Okay, so that's a miss. And then after each use, roll a d6. Discard on a roll of 1 or 2. If Sam has this item, discard on a roll of 1. So here's the discard roll. No, he'll retain those, but he did not manage to kill that zombie. So we'll return the dog takes to him, and Sam has earned a wound. Okay, now we're going to switch to the fight in the center of the board. I do have a card. So the heroes are going to play a card called A Little Help Here. A Little Help Here. Play to cancel any fight if there is at least one other hero in the same space. So we'll do that. We're going to use that card to cancel the fight situation in the center of the board. And now it's step 6, place newly spawned zombies. So the zombies are going to roll a d6, and they'll be able to spawn that many. There are 3 currently in the zombie pool. They rolled a 6, so all 3 of those are going to spawn. And we're going to place those, 1 in the barn, 1 in the junkyard, and 1 at the south end of town. All right, and then that completes the zombie turn. And now we're going to switch to the hero turn. And the zombies are going to play one of their cards that can be played at the start of the hero turn. And that one is called I Have a Bad Feeling. Play at the start of a hero turn to choose a space. Any hero in that space at the end of the hero turn automatically takes a wound. All right, well, we're going to play that on the space that Sister Ophelia is in. So if she remains in that space, she's going to take a wound at the end of the hero turn. And we're just about to begin our hero turn. And unfortunately, I discovered another error. If you recall, in the last turn, Victor and Father Joseph exchanged some items. They exchanged a hammer and the pistol. I should not have allowed that exchange to occur because Victor begins the game with the convict special rule. Starts the game with the zombie card, I don't trust him. And that card would prohibit Victor from exchanging any items with any of the heroes. So that shouldn't have been allowed to go through. So I think I can't rectify, the pistol's already been removed, so I can't do anything about that. But the hammer that Father Joseph got from Victor should have remained with Victor. So I think that's the best we can do to rectify my mistake. I apologize for that. And now we'll begin the hero turn. I'm going to start with Victor, and we'll roll for movement for him. He needs to get out of there, obviously. There's 2 zombies there. And we'll roll for movement. He rolled a 1. Okay. So all he can do is try to move to an area where, to minimize how many zombies would be able to swarm him. I guess he'll move here, and that will be his movement. He has no ability to exchange items, no ranged attack, and no zombies are in his space, so no fight zombies, and that will end Victor's turn. We'll mark him as previously activated. And next, I think we'll activate Father Joseph. He has no equipment at present, and we'll roll for his movement to start. He rolled a 2, and I think we'll move Father Joseph towards the bank, and maybe he'll be able to eventually get into the bank, even though lights are out there, to get the exploration token. So we'll move him 2 spaces. 1, 2. We'll do it that way. And Father Joseph has no ability to exchange items. He has no ranged weapons, and there are no zombies to fight. However, he does have an ability called Strength of Spirit. May take a wound to cancel any zombie card on a roll of 3+. So I think Father Joseph is going to attempt to do that, and he will take a wound, and we're going to attempt to use his Strength of Spirit to discard that remains in play card for Victor that prohibits him from exchanging with other people. So we're going to roll a d6. On a roll of 3 or better, we can discard that card. And he rolled a 6, so that's successful, and we're going to discard the I Don't Trust Him card. That helps out Victor in the future. And we're going to mark Father Joseph as previously activated. He has 1 wound on him now. The next activation, I think, will be Sam at the diner. And we'll make a roll for him for movement. He rolled a 6. All right. I think Sam is going to try to get to the gas station, and he can probably access that exploration token. So we're going to move him 6 spaces, or up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He enters the gas station, and we find out what's in there. New hero found. Okay, that's very interesting. And that reads, if the exploration marker is a new hero found, then you have stumbled across another survivor, and they eagerly join you. Immediately draw a new hero from the unused hero character sheets to take control of and place their model in the same space as the hero that revealed the exploration marker. The new 5th hero does come into play with a bonus free hero card. All right, let's find out who this new hero is. We'll draw a hero from the top of the stack. And we have Agent Carter, FBI. Special rules include starts the game with a pistol and hunt for information. Instead of searching, he may discard the top 3 cards to draw 2 hero cards. He starts with 3 wound boxes. He has the keywords law enforcement, male, and his flavor text reads, I'm afraid that's classified. All right, so we will put Agent Carter's model, that's his model here, and we'll put him in the space with Sam. And I'll add a pistol to Agent Carter's setup card. All right, that was some good luck. All right, that completes Sam's move action. He doesn't wish to exchange anything with Agent Carter at this point, and he has no ranged weapon. for a ranged attack. And there are no zombies in his space, so that will end the turn for Sam. And we'll mark him as previously activated. I should note that the fifth hero, Agent Carter, is unable to activate during the turn that he enters play. He'll have to wait till next turn to do that. So now we only have Sister Ophelia left, and she is going to roll for movement. Okay, here's the roll for movement. She rolls a 5. All right, we'll see where we can move her to. Okay, I think she's going to make her way to the southeast. So we're going to move her 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll move her back 1. She has a hunting rifle, which has a range of 5, so I'm hoping to have her be able to pick off some of these zombies in the center of the board when the ranged attack sequence will happen. Okay, Sister Ophelia has completed movement, and she's going to go to her ranged attack step. She's going to use her hunting rifle, has a range of 5, and I think she's going to target this zombie here because he's in range to attack multiple characters there, so I think that would make the most sense. So 1, 2, 3, it's a range of 4, so it's within range of the hunting rifle, and we'll have her make her roll. She needs a 3 or better to hit that zombie. Here's the roll. She rolled a 6, so that is going to blow him away. That zombie is gone, and Sister Ophelia is going to earn an experience point for doing that. So that's absolutely great. We'll put that zombie into the zombie pool. And as there are no zombies in her location, that will end her turn. We'll mark her as previously activated and place the experience point marker on her card. And as Agent Carter is unable to activate this turn, that will end the hero turn. And I think we'll end the video here. And we'll see how we do in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time for another episode of Last Night on Earth, the zombie game.